Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
New for you now at 5. Fargo Cass Public Health was put into lockdown this afternoon after they say an employee was given a suspicious envelope. The health department says there was an unknown substance inside. It started just after 1 this afternoon. Fargo Cass Public Health is located just off of 25th Street South in Fargo. They are no longer in lockdown and they are closed for the day.
It was suspicious because it wasn't addressed to anyone specific. It was just a envelope that was dropped off and had a name on it, a first name, not of a person who works here. And the people who accepted it felt that it was a suspicious situation.
The hazmat team, along with the Fargo Police Department, say they are investigating who dropped the package off and what's in it. The fire department says they're taking the package off site to test the substance and figure out what it is. A former Fargo Public Schools employee has been sentenced to serve 1 year in jail and 18 months of supervised probation for child pornography charges. 40-year-old Jason Morris pleaded guilty to 1 count of possession of certain prohibited materials and also to 1 count of distribution of intimate images without consent. Morris had been employed with the Fargo Public School District since January of 2017 when he started as a substitute teacher. He then began full-time employment in September of 2017. Several neighbors in the Eagle Run area took to Facebook this morning, saying it took over 35 minutes to get out of their development. They're frustrated with the construction. With 32nd to 40th Avenues closed on Cheyenne Street, traffic has been rerouted through 9th Street West, causing several problems for those bringing kids to school at Aurora Elementary, as well as simply trying to get to work. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Bailey Hurley, talked with those in the area today who say they hope they don't have to deal with traffic problems all summer.
Many tell me this drive on the 9th Street West roundabout was a nightmare this morning. No one wanted to talk on camera, but several tell me they were late to work and some were even late dropping off their kids at school. But down the road a little ways, one guy's got it all figured out how to dodge this season's construction traffic.
It's just getting so bad to the point where making the loop on the county roads to get to work just is quicker for me.
Who cares about a little bit of mud when you save yourself over 30 minutes in the car by taking some minimum maintenance roads?
Out on the dirt road, there's no stoplights, there's no traffic. It's just the road.
Clark says he's doubled the amount of miles he'd normally take to work, but he says avoiding Cheyenne Street at all costs saves his sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I take a dirty car over sitting in traffic, banging my hands against the steering wheel any day.
And Clark says as annoying as the construction is now, he's excited for the end result. But for now, the dirt road and a few extra car washes looks to be his summer plans.
I suppose I'll probably just be doing it till October.
In West Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The city of West Fargo says they only received about 5 complaints from people in the Eagle Run area this morning, saying they take all concerns seriously, but they do suggest leaving your homes a little early in the coming weeks. We are looking to get rid of this below average weather, but that won't happen today. Hutch, maybe we can get rid of the rain sometime soon.
Yeah, that looks like that's taking place as we speak, but boy, what a day. Soggy, gray, cool, and wet. Our time lapse capturing a day where we were entrenched in the 40s, and for some, you woke up looking at a nonsensical mess like this. I'll tell you what, in Michigan, there out in Nelson County, several inches of wet, heavy snow has now moved off into the arrowhead of Minnesota, but the clouds remain and the cool weather remains. Look at the 30s in central North Dakota. That's where some significant snow fell as well. Low to mid 40s, Fergus Falls, Alexandria, the warm spots. Temperatures this evening staying in the 40s before bedtime. Then we'll dip into the 30s. It looks like a few of us could be below freezing to start our Tuesday. And it doesn't look terrifically toasty on Tuesday. I'll have the details on all of that here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Authorities are investigating the circumstances surrounding a fire that gutted an auto repair shop in Castleton. This is what people saw as they drove by Gordy's Auto Repair Shop around 5:15 this morning. Flames shooting from the roof. Luckily, no one was inside as fire tore through it. These flames eventually led to the roof collapsing. The fire has since been put out, and crews are inspecting the building to see if it's structurally sound. The fire did not spread to any nearby buildings. One firefighter was injured but is expected to be okay. Stick with Valley News Live as we learn more information. The North Dakota Department of Health has a new tool that offers personalized recommendations for screening for sexually transmitted diseases. The Know Your Risk website is a new resource where you answer 10 questions and then receive STD screening recommendations. The tool gives information on risky behaviors and how they can be addressed to reduce the risk of getting an STD. It is anonymous and does not collect your personal information. In 2018, 1,300 cases of gonorrhea were reported in the state. That's a 42% increase. Schools are seeing a rise in students' mental health needs, but they aren't set up to keep up. Experts say there should be one school counselor for every 250 students. But on average, Minnesota schools have one counselor for every 582 kids. Valley News Team's education reporter Veronica Marshall looks into some of our local numbers and explains why there's such a shortage. Veronica?
Andrea, from career advice to tricky social situations to traumatic events or mental health issues, school counselors are meant to develop relationships with all students. But when they're forced to work with bigger populations, some of those connections and services are sacrificed.
They are seeing more and more students who have additional needs beyond those just regular developmental needs in terms of those soft skills and workplace skills.
One service that is impacted when school counselors are overburdened is addressing students' mental health needs. Experts say early interventions are critical to supporting students' social and emotional needs. But without enough counselors, those problems may go undetected. Counselors may also have to cut back on their time in the classroom, depriving students of lessons like conflict resolution and communication that can develop skills businesses are looking for.
The business community and our communities as a whole are looking for those types of skills from students. And we hear so much that they're not able to find employees or folks who have the types of skills that they need to be ready to go into a position or a career.
And the problem is being felt here in our area. A Moorhead teacher I spoke with says the current student-to-counselor ratio is abysmal. Here in Moorhead Public Schools, the school that came the closest to reaching the 250-to-1 ratio is Moorhead High School, which has about 463 students per counselor. After that, the numbers keep going up. Dorothy Dodds has the highest number of students per counselor in the district, with one counselor for 727 students. There is a new opportunity for Minnesota's school counselor situation to improve. Governor Walz's new budget invests $17 million for school safety measures, which can be used to add more school counselors. Andrea?
All right. Thank you, Veronica. This issue isn't only in Minnesota. According to the U.S. Department of Education, only 3 states have the right ratio of counselors to students, and they are Montana, New Hampshire, and Vermont. The average ratio across the country is 460-to-1. It has been a long journey for 2 young boys at Freedom Elementary School in West Fargo. First grader Grant Lee Johnson and 5th grader Landon Solberg have been battling cancer, but today they were honored with an award that has never been given before. During an assembly, the West Fargo Police Department gave both Grant Lee and Landon a Medal of Honor for their fight against cancer. Chief Yonke also gave both the boys a certificate, reminding them how brave they are, making it a special moment for their families.
These kids are pretty special kids, and they fought really hard through their battles, and it's awesome to see them get honored for this.
I was just so proud. I just you think back to everything that he's been through and all the challenges he's faced and how much strength he truly does have and bravery and courage.
And to make the day even more special, the awards were a surprise to the boys. Neither of them saw it coming, and now they'll never forget.
I had no idea this was going to go on today.
What was it like to hear your name? Were you shocked?
Yes.
So what does it feel like now to have that Medal of Honor?
Very cool.
Grant Lee rang the bell 2 weeks ago, which means he is now cancer-free. Landon is continuing to fight his battle, and his parents say they will not give up until he is also cancer-free. Cleanup week is just around the corner, but until then, the city of Moorhead is asking you to keep the boulevards clear. An official with the city says garbage set out before cleanup week will be collected and billed at regular rates in order to keep neighborhoods clean. Cleanup week is May 6th through the 10th, except in the Oakport neighborhood, which will be May 14th. There is a new place for people to shop in downtown Fargo. It is called Daly's Market, and it's the first market the downtown area has seen for years. The store is located at 216 North Broadway and offers everything from food to medicine. The owners say they saw a need for a grocery store in downtown Fargo because the closest place to get bottled water is about a mile away.
From all the people walking in today, they love it, and everybody that works in the area, I know for a fact, has been really excited, and they've been hearing about this place opening up for the past couple months, and everybody's been going, oh, when's it going to open? When's it going to open? And, well, finally here.
The store is open Monday through Friday from 7:30 in the morning until 6:30 at night, and on Saturday from 10 to 4. The new Hornbachers on Cheyenne Street in West Fargo is officially open. It is the first Hornbachers in West Fargo, and it's a one-stop shop, having a liquor store, pharmacy, Caribou, Gate City Bank, and a popcorn shop in it. The grocery store is also open 24/7. A store manager tells us it's been busy since they opened at 8 this morning, taking about 15 minutes to get everyone inside. The NDSU women's basketball team has a new leader. He's Jory Collins. He just finished his first year as an assistant at the University of Kansas. We'll have more on this new hire tonight at 6 in sports.